If you can approach your crochet with confidence and clarity, you're going to be ready for any crochet project that comes your way. Oftentimes, the very basics of crochet are the exact thing that you need to take your crochet to the next level. One of the first steps of this process is to become proficient in counting crochet stitches. So let's take the guesswork out of it and let's jump right in. In order to properly count our crochet stitches, we have to be able to identify the front of the stitch, the back of the stitch, and the top of the stitch. So we're going to break that all down. I did a chain of 22, and then into the third stitch all the way down, I did 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. So that means I have 20 stitches across my row. I want to show you real quick, this bottom line right here that almost looks kind of twisted is actually our foundation chain. As you'll notice, it looks twisted because we're only looking at the bottom loop of each chain, because you can kind of see here, this curve right here is the top loop of that chain, because we always work into the top loop of the chain. So afterwards, when we're looking at it, we're left with the bottom loop. Next, to the side, we've got our turning chain. Whether this comes from our foundation chain or the next row, if we kind of pull this apart a little bit, we can see that this is just 2 chains that are curled over to the side. From here, we're going to be looking at the front side of the stitch. So we can kind of see the stitch looks a little bit flatter. That this right here, this little V from the front is the first loop that we pulled through, and it's laying flat. So it looks like 2 lines coming through, but really it's just 1 loop. This one across from it was the yarn over, so that makes up those first 2 loops. And this was our third loop on the hook, which comes up looking as a V. So from the front, that is what they're going to look like. From the top, you're just going to see these V's. Just like that. And each V is 1 stitch. So the chain, the turning chain does not count as a stitch. But on the top, we're going to count front and back of the V as 1 stitch. Front and back as 2. Front and back as 3. So yes, in case you're wondering, this right here is the front loop, and this right here is the back loop. So if you're following a pattern that says crochet in the front loop only, you would only put your hook under this one. And if you're doing one that's back loop only, you'd only put your hook under this one. But otherwise, you always put your hook under the whole stitch, reaching through the back and grabbing both loops. But this is what it looks like from the top. This is a great way to practice counting. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down. Now, sometimes when you're looking at it from the top, these can get confusing, and you might be wondering, are they a stitch? A great way to tell is look for this first stitch isolated. So I'll just put my thumbs covering the other areas. This is the body of the stitch. This V is the top of the stitch. So if you can count, or if you can look at the body of the stitch, you can identify that the top of the stitch is always coming from a little bit behind it. So the top of this stitch is not this V, but the top of this stitch is the V that's slightly behind it. So each of these are the front of the individual stitches, just like that, with the top of it right behind it. They're almost kind of at an angle. So now I'm going to chain 2 for my turning chain, which does not count as a stitch. I got my 2 chains, and then I will turn my work over, and now we're looking at the back. And I'm going to flip this over just to show you something. A good telltale sign is that when you're looking at the front of the stitch, you're still going to kind of be able to see those V's from the front. But when you flip it, the top V's is what I'm referring to. You'll be able to see that from the front. Whenever you turn your work, you're not going to be able to see that top V. You're only going to see that back loop, or because we've turned, now it's the front loop. So I did that turning chain, and now I would half double crochet into this first stitch, and I can identify that because when I look at the top, I can see that is a chain, that is a chain. There's no body of the stitch attached to it. But when I look here, we can see the body of that first stitch. So I put my hook through the stitch, and I would do my half double crochet, as usual. And now we're looking at the front side of a stitch. So below we've got the back side, and now this next row that we're doing will be the front side. So I will work this all the way down the row, and then I'll show you what I'm looking at. I'm almost to my last stitch. This is important when counting your stitches. Here we are. These are the tops of the stitches, the easiest way to count. Now we're at the end of the row, and if you're not sure how to count stitches, you might feel confused because we got this last V. So we'll crochet into that because we know it's our last stitch of the row. But from here, many beginner crocheters get confused. They might do something like add an extra stitch back into the same stitch. There are times that we should do that, but not typically on back and forth rows like we're crocheting. And as you can see, that's going to make your edge bigger and larger and uneven. So I will undo that stitch because that's not what we want to do. Sorry, I accidentally undid both. So I will redo my very last stitch in here. But another common problem is maybe this loop right here looks like another stitch. However, when we truly examine it, yes, there's a little bit of a V at the top, but it looks different than the other stitches and it's much smaller, which tells us that it's just a turning chain. If there were another stitch, there'd be a more prominent V and it would have a the stitch would have a body, right? Like this stitch has a body. This stitch has a body, this stitch has a body. This stitch does not have a body. Nothing is attached to it. There, you can just see that it's one chain, two chain. So that is essentially how we count our crochet stitches. But as you can tell, this bottom row, we're looking at the back side of the stitch. We can see that prominent yarn over. And then the front side is the row that we just did. That is our front side of the stitch, and we can tell because when we're looking at that, we can still kind of see those top V's telling us that it's the right side. I'm going to do a few more rows and then show you how to count the rows as well. I've crocheted 10 rows of a half double crochet stitch, and I just want to let you know how to count these rows. So looking at it very simply, now that you know how to identify a stitch from the front side or the back side, when we look down here, we've got our foundation chain at the bottom. Then we move on to our first row right there. From here, we move on to our second row. We jump up to our third, our fourth, and so on. The other thing that you'll notice is that these rows are also grouped together by twos. So this is row 10. So whenever we're looking at it, we can see that these group together by rows of two. So if I flip it over onto the other side for you, you can see, it's kind of hard to see. I think that the enhanced lighting for my video setup might be a little bit too bright. You can kind of see this better in natural lighting, but this is our first and then our last row right here, and they're kind of set off to the side, and then between that is it's also grouped together by every two rows. So if you ever notice that, that's another quick way to count: 2, 4, 6, 8, one on the top, one on the bottom. However, on this side, they're just grouped together by twos: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's just a little tip for you in counting stitches and counting rows. And by the way, if you want to put all this knowledge into practice, I'd love to have you check out my Beginner Crochet Bundle that will be available here pretty soon. It's going to have 3 patterns targeted specifically for beginner crocheters, a YouTube video glossary of all the common problems that beginner crocheters run into. It'll also have written detailed instructions, photo instructions, and video instructions, so you don't want to miss it. Keep an eye out for it, and whenever it comes out, I'll make sure to have it linked in the description. In the meantime, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that we can meet here again next week for another crochet tutorial. Thank you so much, and bye for now.